Thank you very, very much, everybody, for being here this afternoon and later on this evening for what promises to be two fantastic events in the life of Carnegie Mellon University. My name is Jared Cohon. I'm the president of Carnegie Mellon, and it really is a pleasure to welcome you here. This may be, just this group might be the largest gathering Carnegie Mellon has ever had in Silicon Valley. And when you're joined by all of your compatriots and other alumni attending the 6 o'clock event, it surely will be the largest gathering Carnegie Mellon has ever had in the Valley. That in itself is very, very exciting. My job is, I guess you would call me the setup guy or the warm-up act in the business. And I will do my job and get out of the way very quickly. Here you're going to get a taste of what Carnegie Mellon is doing in Silicon Valley, something we are extremely proud of and also excited about. It's an effort that started some years ago, and I have to say started under conditions that simply don't exist today. So this was pre-bubble bursting. It was at a time when NASA actually had a liquid budget and they could fund some things. A time when companies in the Valley were interested in collaboration with universities, and all of that changed. We soldiered on, as it were, and in a way, we're looking at the rebirth or the second age of Carnegie Mellon in Silicon Valley. You'll be seeing the special character of our educational programs here, our focus on teaching by doing, and you'll see some of the exciting research that's going on here. I want to acknowledge Jim Morris, who's sitting up here in the front. Jim, why don't you stand up so people can see you? It was Jim's bright idea to create this in Silicon Valley. And not only was it his idea, but he was the founding dean of this campus and the person who got it going and who kept it going during those interesting and challenging times. I want to thank Jim for his vision, his commitment, and his tremendous work for Carnegie Mellon on behalf of Carnegie Mellon here in Silicon Valley. I would also acknowledge Pradeep Khosla, who doesn't have to get up because he'll be getting up in a moment to speak to you. As Jim was looking towards his retirement, the Board of Trustees and the Central Administration wanted to find another dean at the university who could take over the administrative leadership for the Silicon Valley campus. And we were so lucky that we could turn to Pradeep, who has done a fantastic job. And one of the great things he did was to somehow coax Martin Griss into still not retiring and serving as the new director. Martin, why don't you stand up so we can see Martin Griss? The newly installed leader of our campus here. Martin, thank you very much for taking this on. And I want you to know, what Pradeep and Martin know, that the Board of Trustees of the university and the Central Administration, which is to say the President and the Provost, are committed to this campus, indeed. The board authorized an investment in our facilities in order to assure the future of what we're doing here. So, very excited, very proud of what's been achieved. We think that there's a fantastic future ahead. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Pradeep Khosla, the Dean of Engineering at Carnegie Mellon University.
Thank you, Jared. You want to stand behind me and hold me? I have vertigo. Seriously, I don't know why there's a podium out here, on a podium, right? So, well, as Jerry said, I'm Pradeep Khosla. I'm the Dean of Engineering, and I've been working with Jim Morris very closely for the last year on this campus and revisioning this campus. Over the last 5 years that Jim has been dean, there's a lot of great things that have happened on this campus. And one of the two great things, or one great thing that has happened is if you're on Highway 101, Carnegie Mellon sign is out there. How many of you saw that sign? Maybe Stanford has a sign, I don't know about that, but I know Carnegie Mellon has a sign. And were it not for Jim, you know, part of existing is being known, and that sign is really important to us, right? We've had significant programs out here, mainly Masters in Software Engineering, Masters in Software Management, that over the years have done extremely well. These are programs that position us very uniquely vis-a-vis existing universities out here who don't quite operate at the same level as we do in these niche areas. And one of the things we are doing in the process of revisioning is expanding these programs from just being part-time to being full-time. As we also think about revisioning, what we are saying or what we are thinking about or doing is that this is Carnegie Mellon's projection in Silicon Valley. And what that means is we are going to exploit every possible opportunity, all the good things that Silicon Valley has to offer, and have our students experience it. And the best way to experience it is to create what we call bi-coastal programs. So if you're a master's student right now and join Pittsburgh, you have the opportunity in specific areas like mobility, like security, to spend 2 semesters in Pittsburgh and spend 2 semesters out here and be immersed in this culture of innovation, this culture of entrepreneurship. Don't get me wrong, Pittsburgh also has a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, but there's something about this air that once you start breathing it, you don't want a real job anymore. You want to be an entrepreneur, right? You want to use somebody else's money to create something, and maybe it becomes something big, or maybe you lose it, but why not, right? But as we all know, more often than not, it has become something big, and we want to be part of this environment. So right now, we have several master's programs that are bi-coastal programs. In addition, we've also decided that this campus, this location, is going to be involved in research, and all the faculty out here are going to be both teaching and research. So we have just created a center for mobility research that Martin Griss is the director of, and he'll be up in a second to talk about it. And last but not the least is a PhD program with electrical and computer engineering, where these PhD students spend 2 years in Pittsburgh and 3 years out here. That is assuming you can finish a PhD in 5 years. That's how we advertise it. The real number is like 7 or 8, but we don't want to tell that to anybody, right? So 5 years is what we call the average length of a PhD program. Which, by the way, does not exist. It's less than the minimum, to be honest with you. Now, having said that, I personally am very excited about being here. There are a lot of faculty here, and as you go around, you're going to be split into groups, and you will see the internals of this building. We have made significant investments, as Jerry was talking about, in building a state-of-the-art distance education classroom. We're building 2 more. We are going to have a lot of our international students through our international programs rotate through the Silicon Valley campus, and this really has become, especially for me as Dean of Engineering, the crown jewel for College of Engineering. So I'm really proud to be involved in this. I'm really thankful to Martin for having taken up the challenge that he's going to deliver on now. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Martin. Thank you very much.
See what he means about vertigo, and it's not just the podium. I was told I'd planned a long talk to tell you all the wonderful things we're doing here, and they said, not a chance, you get a couple of minutes and that's it. So what I want to do is, first of all, add my welcome to that of Jerry and Pradeep's. Tell you, I've been associated with Carnegie Mellon here since its inception. I was actually at Hewlett-Packard, and I got started with Jim, and Jim kind of inspired me to spend more and more time. And as they said, I was about to retire, and then I didn't, and I was about to retire, and I didn't, so I'm back. And I'm really looking forward to what we're going to be doing over this next couple of years. We're moving to this next phase. We're growing the programs. You heard from Pradeep, you heard from Jerry, the tremendous commitment we have, the notion that we're here right in the heart of Silicon Valley, that we're doing innovative things in education, in research, in entrepreneurship. We want to tell you more, and we'll do this. I'll be in the tent after this, and as you tour around, you'll see a number of the things we do in robotics, in hardware optimization, in smart environments, in wireless sensors, in mobility, and I won't go into great detail about that here. You'll get a chance to hear me, if you want to, after this. what I really want to do is sort of welcome you all here. You know, this is your home here in Silicon Valley, and I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to interacting with you. I'd like to get your advice. I'd like to get your help. We have now almost, and we'll soon have 400 alums of this campus, which is really exciting. And we hope to see you and these alums and other alums coming here and saying, this is our place, and this is your home. And really, that's all I want to say. So welcome, enjoy the tour. You'll see a number of the faculty. We'll set up here and start our piece here. So thank you.